Hello friends, and welcome to Extreme DX. I'm your host Bruce. On today's episode we're going to have a little look at recapping and what capacitors would need to be replaced and why. I found these two capacitors on a board that I was parting out. As you can see, these have a seal on the bottom that is bulging. And on the top, you can see that the scribe lines have ruptured and a little bit of the electrolyte is seeping out. But are they still good? Can you put them back into service with any sort of reasonable? The first capacitor is reading 3407 microfarad with an ESR of 1.5 and a voltage loss of 17%. So you're getting more capacitance for your money, right? Because it's 3400 instead of 2200? Wrong. Capacitors that are going bad actually increase in capacitance. So this is one that you'd want to get rid of. Next capacitor has an even higher capacitance value. It's reading 4390 with an ESR of 1 ohm and a voltage loss of 14%. So this capacitor is even closer to complete failure than the last one. This is a good capacitor from my parts bin. Still used, but also still usable. It's reading 2048 microfarad, which is within the 10% tolerance of the part. It's an ESR of 0.31 ohms and a voltage loss of 1.5%. So that gives you an idea of what to look for on one of these cheap component testers. Looking at the good capacitor, it has the scribe lines on the top, which is an indication it's been manufactured in the last 3 decades or so. The seal on the bottom feels like a plastic and not a rubber, which means it's not quite as subject to deterioration. Rubber on capacitors from the 60s and 70s is an organic material, whether it's natural or synthetic. And organic material can and will be attacked by bacteria and start to decompose. So what happens when it decomposes? Well, it allows the moisture or atmospheric contaminants to enter the capacitor and begin to destroy it from within. So when you're replacing capacitors, if you find a couple that look bad, the decision to replace them is self-evident. You need to go ahead and replace them. But what about the rest, the ones that still read good? Well, my opinion is you're servicing this unit for a customer. You want to go ahead and replace them all because you want to reset that decomposition clock to 0. You want them all to be the same age in the unit and get as much life as possible out of that unit. Otherwise, you may have an unhappy customer coming back in 6 months or a year and telling you, my unit failed, and it will be one of the capacitors that you thought was still good and you didn't replace. So you have an unhappy customer. So the most prudent thing to do is to go ahead and just replace them all. And so that's it. A brief video this week. I'm going to probably try to do a longer one next week back on antennas and DX. But if you enjoy these videos, click subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time.